My name's Amie Giersdorf. My son Andrew is 15 now. He is nonverbal autism. He was diagnosed at just before 2. Before he was diagnosed, we thought he couldn't hear us. We saw an ENT and we explained some of the other challenges that Andrew was having, and he suggested going and seeing a neurologist. His gross motor was difficult for him. He couldn't clap, he couldn't jump. It was the midline that he couldn't cross. So this side of his body didn't know what this side of his body was doing, so to get them to work together was nearly impossible. And within probably 6 months, they said Andrew has autism, and our world changed. When he was diagnosed, I found a support group, and in that support group there was a mom, and she said, I'm gonna introduce you to Jessica Irish. And that was the moment my life changed. It was a journey that we weren't sure how we were gonna navigate, but once we found Jessica, it changed everything for us. Andrew is a completely different kid than when he started. We were at a different center than Creating Brighter Futures, and about a month in, she brought me in and she said, I have to tell you, she said, this is a great facility, but I've decided to go out on my own and open my own center. You know, Andrew will be taken care of here. And I immediately stopped her and I said, we want to be with you. And she said, well, I can't ask you to go. And I said, Jessica, I'm telling you, we will be your first client. And we were her first client at Creating Brighter Futures. It never felt like a medical place. It never felt like we were taking him to therapy. It always felt like we were dropping him off with family or with friends that understood him. Andrew never cried when we dropped him off, ever. And we used to laugh and joke with some of the staff here that, like, does he miss us at all? Like, does he? Because when we would come to pick him up, you could see that he was a little disappointed that it was time to go home. Jessica was very instrumental in teaching Justin and I how to get into Andrew's world and how to pull Andrew into our world, and that back and forth. Say dad. Dad. We did parent meetings every week. They were sending home daily reports. They were asking us what our goals were with Andrew. It was always something that we were working on together. We would laugh that we had homework because ABA only works if you're doing it all the time. They definitely helped us kind of learn and understand that Andrew's different, but he still has to have rules. He still has to have parameters. And I think for us, that was something that they weren't only teaching Andrew, they were teaching us. Andrew receptively understands about 95% of the things that we say, but getting the communication back from him is really, really challenging. That was for us probably the most challenging part of it is, how am I going to help him if he can't communicate to me when he's hurt or when he's sad or when he's happy or when he's excited. Jessica was a huge proponent in getting Andrew to communicate with a device.
Ma. There you go. That was so good.
The first time he communicated that he wanted something, that opened up a world for him.
Nice work.
I think ABA prepared Andrew for school. We definitely wanted him to be around his peers. We wanted him to have the experience, but ABA for us was life learning. It was life skills. We have had such a great transition from ABA to school, and I think it's because we stayed as long as we did. If they'd had forced him into school any earlier, I don't think we would be seeing the progress that we are with him. When we decided to move into school, we did a slow transition. We did a couple days of ABA and then a couple days of school. We worked with the center. Jessica was amazing. The BCBA came to his school, was a part of his IEP meeting, which was huge for us because it was the first time he was going to be in a classroom. We didn't know if he was going to be able to handle sitting at a desk, if they were going to honor his wishes, his sensory needs. And so having her there to speak on his behalf was game-changing for us. They spent all day, every day with him. You know, they knew things that Andrew could do that we didn't because he'd not been exposed to that at home. Having them in that collaborative relationship really made a difference. I find it very difficult not to want to be around these people still. These are the people that understand us and our lives. They taught my son how to clean himself in the shower. Like, that's not just somebody that's not part of your world, your family. They have changed our life. Without ABA, we would not have the child that we do today. I had a child that I couldn't reach. I didn't know how to reach him. I didn't know if he understood me. I didn't know what he needed at any given point, and this center gave us back our kid.